Alright, so we're going to continue our old rifle caliber war. We talked about 3040 Krag this morning, so this evening we're going to talk about the 6mm Lee Navy. Now, the 6mm Lee Navy is kind of like living proof that what's old is new again, because the U.S. military has been going down to smaller caliber bullets with greater velocity, emphasizing greater penetration of common barriers. And that really started in the 1890s with the 6mm Lee Navy. All right, the 4570, I mean, its black powder cartridge is slow. It does well on human targets, but not so well against, like, ship hulls. A lot of wooden ships at the time. The 3040 Krag didn't impress the Navy either. Now, not only are they arming sailors and Marines aboard ship, they're also providing weapons for the ship in the case in what ended up being the 1895 Colt Browning machine gun in the 6mm Lee Navy. So, it wasn't without its problems. 6mm Lee Navy was way ahead of its time. You're talking about the Krag, considered very high velocity at its time, at between 2,000 and 2,200 feet per second. Well, the 6mm Lee Navy shot a much smaller bullet, 112 grains, at 2,560 in its military loading. So it was the fastest velocity for any military round in existence at the time of its adoption in 1895. So what the Navy wanted is it had to penetrate the hulls of small craft, patrol boats, later torpedo boats, things like that. It needed to penetrate 13 inches of soft wood at 700 yards, or a half inch of low carbon steel at 10 feet. So, like 3/8 of an inch of boilerplate, right? We're talking about a lot for a rifle, all right? But it did it. And that 112 grain bullet had a significantly flatter trajectory than its peers, all right? But it's also really fast. 112 grain bullet at 2,560 feet per second. Now, we scoff at that today, but today ain't 1895, okay? By 1897, after playing with it for a while, they ended up going with, again, 112 grain bullet, copper jacketed instead of all lead. I'd imagine there was some serious problems with leading with the earlier development, so they went to a jacketed bullet. And that jacket was coated with tin to prevent saltwater corrosion. So you ended up having all kinds of problems with it. It was a straight pull rifle that it was chambered for. I mean, it's really high pressure, a lot of barrel wear. Basically, all the same problems with the Krag happened with the Lee Navy, just a lot faster, which is why it was replaced by the 1892 Krag in fairly short order.